Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a gold Hanzo. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff.
Stop the payload.
See that which is unseen.
Do I want to? I mean, it's not great, and I think you know it's not great, because it's going to tell you if people come through here, which is okay. It's going to tell you if people are in here. Yeah, I'll settle. I'll settle for it.
Regen burst activated.
That's your Sombra. Your team's long gone, man. You can't pick this. If your team's over here, you can't peek this. Your team is not a credible threat for you. These guys can pay all the attention in the world to you. So you're just like, oh, let me 1v5 you. Let me 1v3 you. Whatever you want to think here, not worth it. You're going to have to wait until your team is a relevant threat, which means these guys round the corner a little bit more. Right now you're just spending health. Cool that you got her, but right now you're just spending health. Sure.
See through the need healing. You are fully healed.
There's his Sonic. You know that he can see you here. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You just saw him fire his Sonic.
Marked.
Like, you just saw him fire his Sonic to show this. Okay. This is better because your team's a relevant threat. It would be even better still if you were like, hey, I'm going to rain down from over here because my BAP is over here, my team is down here. This was okay now that the Sonic had, gone for a bit, though now he's putting a new one right here, so not valuable anymore. But if he hadn't put the new Sonic here, keeping this would have been better. But hey. That's not a great Sonic. Like, that Sonic is just right in the middle of the street. That's not amazing. Yes, it's helping you duel this Hanzo a bit better, but you could have gotten that same information and just said, no, I'm not trying to hit the Hanzo with the Sonic. I'm just trying to get information with this Sonic. And that could have been a, hey, I'm going to send it on this corner. It still would have given you this open street information, but it would have given you the information on the people hiding behind this wall as well as in here, which is better. So I really, really would have preferred that you actually try to get some real value out of this Sonic and not just be like, hey, it's up. I hit the cooldown as soon as it's up. Oh, and it was worse than that. Oh, no, it did go. And it just go here in the middle of the straight. Like, the middle of the straight, not as strong as putting it over here. And you know that.
I'm out of here.
And you could have very easily sent it over there without really exposing yourself to the Hanzo. Because you can just go, hey, I only need to open the angle far enough to hit the edge of this. Not to hit here, which means I don't need to open the angle far enough for the other Hanzo to be able to shoot at me. Right now, you could just barely see him there, and you couldn't see the other guys at all. Slow target swap. It's better.
I need healing.
I don't really see a need to leap across there. Your old spot was fine. You did need to suppress the X button. That was good. Can we please adjust our angle? I don't want you on the same angle as your BAP. Like, over here was a little bit better. Over here is better. Over here could be better. Yes, you worry about the Hanzo climbing up and challenging you. But, like, standing on top of your BAP is not ideal. You're just messing with his sightlines. And you're more threatening if you have different angles, because then they're like, do we look over here to figure out how to dodge you? Do you look over here to figure out how to dodge him? Yes, they can see both of you, but even this small angle is better than standing on top of your teammate.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Still don't like that sonar. Okay. You can use leap to help. You are. That was kind of foolish of him.
Which is unseen.
Okay.
Why?
Why? Why? Why were you dragoning this? Even if you didn't know he was going to shatter, like, Storm Arrow's enough for this. The dragon, and if you were going to send the dragon, at least before the shatter, it would have been probably more over here to cut away their retreat so that your team can run them over more effectively. Maybe a little more over here to try and partially cut the retreat as well as threaten back here a little bit in case they retreat in this direction. But close enough to where you sent it. Fine. I'll deal. Four freaking ults. 4 ults when the first one was enough. Oof.
You have been judged.
Yeah. Use Dragon Strike. Storm Arrow would have been plenty. Now you're typing, which is the same as being AFK.
Fully healed.
Nope, that's early. You can count their respawn timers better than that. You know when they respawn. So here you are. They just respawned. And it was a little early, but hey. You leaping to transition through that. I don't think the leap to transition through this is valid. Let me rephrase that. The leap to transition through past the opening could be valid, except that you already Sonic'd this. So you already have a really good idea. Not necessarily if someone's right here. Yes, there could be a Hanzo or a Widow or an Ashe right here that could shoot into that window. But if there's anyone sort of advancing at all, like you've already put a deterrent here, don't then waste your leap to get aggressive when you might want your leap to get out because, hey, there's a Winston on the other team. But I'll deal. No, Jumbo, I do not. I'm not sure why you'd think that. Or, I don't think you think that. I'm not sure why you'd ask that.
See through the dragon's eyes. Need healing. I'm on fire.
Okay, you can still get work done. Their back is to you. Like, yes, you're disadvantaged in this fight, but you are not out of this fight. Almost. You did have your leap. So there should have been an immediate leap against this Junkrat because any distance helps. Watching bad Overwatch play all day can be very mentally taxing. It can, it's true. I'd like to upload my, I would like to publish the better Overwatch that I got to watch yesterday, which was the review I did for Faith's Brig Play, but YouTube is taking forever to run its checks, so I can't publish that yet, because I wouldn't get any ad revenue, and that's unacceptable. Oh, so he's a high schooler who's taken one college class in psychology and now wants to be expert on it. I hear you. I hear you. I guess yours is better. I mean, same concept, but I suppose what I mentioned would be a higher level of expertise than the one you put out there, Blah. Not that either's exactly expertise. Don't use your leap to transition like this. Don't. Like, it's okay now because there's really no one on the other team who's going to come challenge you, but you want to have your leap to get out. Generally don't want to use it to aggressively take you off angles. Okay. Yeah, maybe that was too mean, Jumbo. Maybe you're just checking in on my mental health because watching bad Overwatch is mentally taxing. That's fair. And I went and insulted you in return. That was not very kind of me.
The checkpoint.
You definitely had the ability to stop that. Better you stop it than BAP, but okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's not a great Sonic at all. Like, that's still not a great Sonic. If you're just going to shoot it directly at him, and he doesn't have any cover he can reasonably go behind... Oh, you did toggle off. Good. You did toggle off. Perfect. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't immediately follow that up with Storm, but maybe you thought you'd hit the headshot. Yeah, unfortunate. Mm-hmm.
My warrior spirit burns.
Still not a good Sonic. You're probably not going to get punished for it because that was the very end of cleanup, so you're going to have time. But you could be deterring a flanker that's showing up early. Don't miss sleeping enemies, called Hanzo. Nah, we're more likely to talk about his Sonic arrows, his engagement timing, his peeking when his team aren't a credible distraction, like right now. Team isn't really that relevant. Like, yeah, they're shooting, but they can pay all the attention in the world to you. You'd be better off peeking over here, getting yourself capped off right now as opposed to this. Fortunately, you have your leap, but you're going to have to drop immediately. Why are you looking in that direction? Why is your crosshair placement over there? This makes sense. Why is it over here? Why is your crosshair placement over there? Why? You had leap too. Did you just forget? Did you just forget that you had leap here? Leap is the difference. Leap is literally the difference here. The man takes in the sights. Okay, okay. He's a very cultured archer. He wants to go take in the sights, see what's over there, see what's over there. It's not every day that you visit Dorado. No, unswitch the Sonic. It doesn't take time. You hit him. You can justify... Okay, now you can't. Turn and fight the monkey. Good.
See through the dragon's eyes.
Yeah, we'll see. An okay Sonic, not great. You're not going to turn and punish that? Deal with the threat that's inside your concave. Deal with the threat that's pushed inside of your team. Especially better than pushing out here when you've got 70 health to challenge new things. We don't want to challenge new things when we're at 70 health and have to leave cover to do so. Yeah, right in the back is an awesome target. Good Storm Arrow discipline there. You don't usually see that from Gold Hanzos. Here he is. There's the Storm Arrow. Whether he should have popped it, a little more questionable, but he doesn't just fire it off wildly. He goes, hey, I'm looking for it. Holds it until he sees targets, shoots here, runs out of target. Yeah, that was well done. You know, getting separated and caught out like that wasn't so well done. And we could talk about that if we want, but I was too busy being surprised that it wasn't just holding down the Storm Arrow button. So here we are. Your Reinhardt backed up. The fact that your Reinhardt is backing up here is probably a sign that your team is retreating. Yeah, team is definitely retreating. You're gonna have to back up harder.
Healing.
You did choose really. Okay. It was the worst ability in the game? Not for Hanzo, it's not. It's not a super strong Q, but it's got uses. Much more likely to see a Pharah or a soldier make the argument that Q is the worst ability in the game. But even theirs have uses. Okay. Can we please get to a real spot? Because, like, playing from behind our team like this isn't a real spot. This isn't a real spot. This is not a different angle. Yeah, you've got teammates over here versus you over here. That's kind of helping, but like you can afford to work your way forward, get a little more aggressive. Your Ryan's enforcing the corner for you. Rain down arrow madness on them. I don't care about your window. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can trade this for their beat. Didn't really need to spend more on that, but okay. Dropping over here? I don't know about that. Ooh, need to hit one of those. Or two, or even three. Yeah. Moment you'd like back, I'm sure. But can't have it.
Start over at the beginning.
The Sigma doesn't want the right to have follow-up, yeah. Okay.
Initiating match.
Let's jump forward and see what we can see.
Ready for battle.
Sonic Arrow is the most obvious place for improvement here. Would like to see more taking of angles as well and better engagement timing. Dragons have been okay.
You're fully healed.
Was finding good shots at the beginning. Obviously his aim failed him, so there's a consistency problem on third there. Good.
I will not be defeated.
Junkrat was typing at him.
See through the dragon's eyes.
I really don't like that leap all that much. Better. Looking for the trap, fine. Deal with the one on the off angle. Make him leave. Now you're back there. Good! Okay.
I need healing.
Okay. You're gonna have to take it back. Sonic Arrow helps. Good. Right idea. Turn right, turn right. Okay. That Sonic doesn't make sense. It's not strong enough. Good idea. Still, that leap isn't what you want. You are not in a rush to transition your position that badly. Hey, B-Rod. I'm doing well. What about yourself? Yeah, we're looking at some more Hanzo. You're not the only one. Okay, over here. Don't need to get this far from cover. If you're getting this far from cover, I expect it's because you're trying to go rotate this way. There's not a good reason for you to just be here. The telephone pole isn't real cover, or the electric pole. Like, just play on your cover. Play on your cover. I'm serious. Yeah. And then you get stuck on the wall.
My ultimate is almost ready. This is not your time.
This time I will.
Do something.
Hop over it to find him. Good.
Regrettable.
Stay out of the ability.
I am operating with peak performance levels.
Marked by the dragon.
That's early. If you're tracking timing, you should know that that's early, that that's not likely to find you much. Okay, you get like 1 to 2 shots for this. 1 to 2 shots. You're done.
The dragon.
No. Now they're going to all be paying attention to you, and you're trying to basically 1v6. 2v6. Okay, now you have a relevant Sombra. Now they've pushed up enough that your Rhine is relevant. Now it's a little better to go, hey, I take this engage. Better. No storm for either of those? You hit that, and it doesn't then get a storm arrow out of you. You hit that, which was clearly meant for the Yenna, and it doesn't then get a storm arrow out of you. Why? Why are we not getting a storm arrow here? There's a purple Kree, which hopefully is being called, and it's not getting a storm arrow out of you. Why are we not using our storm arrow at mid-range to finish these off? You should have angled that more left. Not a ton more left, but a little more left.
Heroes never die.
Sated. See that which is the power grows.
No, you can't use this leap! You can't use this leap! You need this leap to get away from this flash! Why are you alive? Why are you alive? Ugh.
EMP activated.
Get the mega. Get the mega.
I need healing.
Fine. Now you're gonna get the mega? If you'd had the mega, you could have greeted up here, hit a body shot, and then stormed to try to get something and then hopped away. But whatever.
I am restored.
Looks like your McCree gameplay. Flash fail combo, or flash combo fail. Yeah.
We cannot stop.
Okay.
Move the
You can
payload.
again peek with Sonic if you want from an angle that they're not pre-holding. This is fine.
Marked by the dragon.
Okay. I don't like that you've ended over here, because now you're on too similar an angle to your team. The right angle was better. I know that there's an enemy over there, but hey. Okay, do you hear the enemy? Why wasn't that at headshot height? You know it's a Junkrat. You can hear that it's a Junkrat. You've seen the crosshair. Why are you holding your crosshair here when he breaks the plane as opposed to up like here-ish when he breaks the plane? Why? Like, this isn't a you have to hit a flick. This is it's literally crosshair placement. You know it's a Junkrat. You know how tall Junkrat is. And even if you don't know how tall Junkrat is, your guess should have still been like here-ish. Why is your guess at his thighs? Like you want to be pre-holding with your crosshair. That is part of aiming. Part of what makes aiming better. Part of how you get good aim is you go, I am actually mentally thinking about where heroes are going to be. I'm making it so that my adjustments get to be very small to hit the shots that I want. This needs to be up. Up! You came hair's breadth from going down there, and there was no need for that to be close. I want to look more, but it looks like you have good regular arrows at long range, and your storm arrows are okay at medium short range, But your regular arrows haven't been amazing at short range, and your storm arrows you're not willing to use at medium plus range. I'm gonna see if that holds true.
Nanoboost almost ready.
Who's predicting the Junkrat would start laying down? There's no walking off.
Power grows stronger.
Okay, how are we gonna use this dragon?
Valkyrie is charging.
Marked by the dragon.
Send it deeper. Send it over here. Like, this is where hits can't hold. This is where hits can't hold. Like, an arrow over here is better than an arrow above the health pack, but whatever.
Let's keep it moving.
That was questionable, to say the least, the whole time, to try to go for that. Your correct way to get up there, if your team hasn't already gotten control of it, if you had a Diva or a Lucio going up there to challenge, or your Ball going up there to challenge, you could potentially have done it, but you didn't time it to when they went up there. Use your teammates. Use your teammates. Like I've been talking about peeking when your teammates are a valid distraction. Don't go up now. Go up when your ball is up or going up. Use your teammates. Take advantage of what they're doing. Your ball just took advantage of what you were doing, and that's backwards. Your ball went, oh, I can go in because this Hanzo doesn't, or this McCree doesn't have flash. But that's backwards. You want to go, hey, I'll go follow up on what he's doing. No storm?
I am restored. Have a taste of this.
Okay. That was sort of a medium range storm. It was a pretty short medium range storm.
See through the dragons.
Why? That's way early. You know that if anyone's pushing you, they're not pushing you yet.
Walk it off. My ultimate is ready.
By the
Get
dragon.
in there, and I will do
I still want that storm arrow to be further to the left. But this is the correct approach. This was a much better approach to fighting the McCree than... Okay. Yeah. You knew he had a beat and you couldn't actually win that, but hey. Okay. Get back on your high ground. Good. No, high ground. Good. Not your Sonic arrow. Just no reason to use that there. It's fine. Your Sonic arrow, as you well know, if you were going to use it, you could have chosen not to use it because you just wanted to keep you doing damage to the hog. But if you were going to use your Sonic arrow, it was going to be over here, not at the hog's face.
Get the payload moving.
Okay. You could see that.
60 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. Good.
30 seconds.
See, you did that better.
Marked by the dragon.
You were predictive. You went, I know where that recall takes him, and takes her, and I know that this is roughly head height. And then you have to adjust down a little because hey stairs, but like, this is better. Even if you then... Seriously? Seriously? I want to praise you, and instead you shoot her in the freaking ankle, or the knee, I guess? Like, oh my goodness.
30 seconds remaining.
We cannot lose. Attack.
Don't leap out into the open. Knee, arrow to the knee. Yeah. I think we know what the thumbnail for this one is going to include.
10 seconds remaining.
Seems relatively credible. Team is less credible. Now you're forcing a 1v1, but you kind of have to do it because your team needs this dealt with. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Get into position.
Okay.
Victory.
So, what I want you to work on is I want you to first work on your Sonic Arrows, and the thing that I specifically want you to work on for your Sonic Arrows is really going to be about your placement. Sometimes you're just on it and you hit your Sonic Arrows just fine, but other times you just are like, nope, let me just Sonic Arrow the hog in the head instead of doing it over here. You don't have to use the Sonic Arrow over here. If you want to keep shooting hog in the head, that's fine. Keep shooting hog in the head. But when you do use your Sonic Arrow, it should go here. And the other piece about your Sonic Arrows is you've got your timing wrong on some of these. You Sonic Arrow too quickly. I think you in general overestimate the speed at which enemies respawn and come back, and that's going to be important to adjust your game sense, both from it gives you better peak timing, it helps you understand how much aggressive positioning you can take between fights, so you'll want to train that, but it also better trains when you throw your Sonic scouting arrows out there. So you are slightly you're slightly underestimating spawn timers or return times from spawn. People come back from spawn a little more slowly than you seem to think that they do. And that can help your Sonic Arrow usage. That can also help your general game sense for, okay, how much time do I have to get a more aggressive position? How much time do I have to set up a flank? How much time do we have before the fight? All that good stuff. So make that adjustment. But in general, I want your Sonic Arrow not to be a headshot into the hog, not into the Rhine shield, not into that. I want it to be over here. I don't want it to be, oh, they just pushed me back, but my team has firm control over here, and there's not really anyone up here. They pushed me back with poke damage. I'm not immediately, when I retreat in here, going to Sonic Arrow, because no one's going to follow me into. No one was in a place to follow me into. Like, I don't necessarily mind a Sonic to prevent yourself from getting followed if there's actually someone that can follow you. Be more aware of that. And we saw lots of this over here, too, where you're over here and you're sonicking down over here when you should be sonicking over here. If you want to keep shooting at the Hanzo, keep shooting at the Hanzo. If you're going to take time to do a Sonic, that's fine. Change the angle slightly so that he can't see you and Sonic over here. I would have preferred more Sonic over here, less Sonic over here, but these were reasonable Sonics, so I don't have an issue with those. Just a little early against some of the respawn timers. So fix your Sonic Arrows. The second thing is going to be your engagement timing. This last engagement was okay, but you have situations where you are going, hey, let me do this when it's just me. Let me do this when it's just me. Let me do this when, well, this you did some where it was everyone. Let me do this where it's just me. You want to peak people to really get work done when your team is a credible distraction. When you have someone else, your whole team, a Sombra, a Winston, whatever, that is performing incredible distractions so that 6 eyes aren't just immediately pulled to you. Now your Hanzo, you have Sonic Arrow, and you have one-shot potential, so if you peek from an angle that they don't know you have, just like once to try to get an off-the-bat elimination, like, hey, Sonic Arrow, they don't know I'm here, boom, and I headshot someone, that's fine, but you can't keep going fishing. If you don't immediately get it, you can't keep going fishing unless your team is in the fight. And you can't go fishing from an angle that they know you're on either, because they will be pre-aimed at you and they will punish you. This is that pre-aim thing that we were talking about. So engagement timing is going to matter. You can go like once for shots from places where they don't know that you are when your team isn't in it because you have such high one-shot potential, because you have such high pick-off potential. You get to do that when some other heroes would do less of that. But Then you have to transition back into, I'm going to break line of sight, wait until my team is a credible threat that they have to pay some attention to, and then I'm going to go back in. And if they pay attention to me, that's cool. I'll close the angle and my team will run them over. No big deal. Which brings us to our third thing, which is, hey, we do want to make sure that we are pre-aiming in correct spots. We are holding our crosshair at places where opponents are going to appear when they break line of sight. At places where opponents are going to appear when they break line of sight. We should not just be like, hey, I'm doing whatever. We should not be checking out the scenery over here. We should be having pre-crosshair placement in places where we expect opponents to show up. We know Winston's right up here. He's either going to show up like roughly over here or roughly over here. So our crosshair, if we're going this way, should be swivel and up over here. And then he walks through, and sure enough, we're immediately on him, or it's a very minor adjustment, which makes it faster and more accurate for us to be on him. That's what we're doing. Better Sonic arrows. Engagement timing with your team, unless they don't know where you are, and then you basically get one shot. And better crosshair placement. Those are the three things I want you to work on. I want you to do them one at a time. No more arrows to the knee for your opponents because you're going to be pre-aiming at neck level, shoulder level, head level with your shots there. No more arrows to the knee. We're pre-aiming at the appropriate height for where opponents are going to break into our sight line, are going to break corners into our sight line. Okay, if you guys have questions, throw them up in chat now. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff. Hitting targets. Okay. I think that's going to do it. I'll give you guys just one more second here. I'll fill airtime by reminding you to hit that like and subscribe button. Another moment for questions. Not seeing any questions. Okay. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.